Hello my sweet friends, welcome to DIY with Nadia and welcome to another Wreath Wednesday. Today I'm making a deco mesh Christmas wreath using the Nadia method and all Dollar Tree supplies. Let's get started. For today's Wreath Wednesday, we're starting with a 14-inch metal wreath form from the Dollar Tree, 24 pipe cleaners, and these are 12 inches, and also 5 rolls of the green deco mesh from the Dollar Tree. And this deco mesh is 6 inches by 5 yards. So when buying Dollar Tree deco mesh, make sure that this is nice and smooth, that you don't see fraying on the ends of your deco mesh. You want to see how this is, because sometimes you can tell how bad it is just by seeing how like frayed and ugly it is on this side. As you can see, this one is fairly nice. So I do pay attention when I get my rolls like that. These pipe cleaners or chenille stems are actually from the Dollar Tree. And what I do is I buy a whole bunch because they do come in packs of different colors. You have like gold and silver, red, green. And what I do is I separate all the colors, and I'll buy like 5 packs at a time. I'll separate the colors, and that way I have green when I need it, gold, silver, and red. So I'm going to divide this in 3. Since this is 12 inches, you're going to need 4-inch strips. And that's going to be plenty for what we need. And then I'm just going to cut all of these into 4-inch strips. Now let's go over the basics of our deco mesh. Our deco mesh is 6 inches in width and 5 yards in length. And what we're going to do is we're going to cut our deco mesh into 12-inch strips. That's going to give us 15 bows per roll. This wreath form consists of 6 even sections. We are going to be doing 12 of the little bows in each section. So 12 times 6 gives us 72 bows. If we're going to use 5 of these rolls, we're going to have 75 bows. So that's more than enough, giving you 3 left over that you can put anywhere you want. I'm going to start cutting, and I like to use this rotary cutter. You can use whatever you want. You can use scissors. And here we go, just 12-inch strips, all 5 rolls. When you cut the deco mesh, it kind of tends to curl up on its own. So I just let it curl, and I just kind of wiggle my fingers right here until it is overlapping about an inch, inch and a half. You really don't want to go any further than that. I'm going to hold it on top, bring it down, smack in the center. With one hand, I'm going to be keeping it nice and tight on top right here. With the other hand, I'm going to just walk it up right where it's overlapping. Then I'm going to turn my bow over. This is my smooth end, or it's going to be our top end. So I'm going to grab my chenille wire, fold it in a little V, and then put it right here, so that when we're tying our chenille wire, we're tying it in the back where all that little fraying is and it's hiding. So on top, nice, smooth, absolutely zero fraying, and all the endings are either right here and is kept really tight with my chenille stem, and then on the inside of the bow right there. So you can't even see it because it's on the inside. And that is it. Our bow is ready to go. Grabbing another strip, I'm just walking my little strip until I get to about an inch to an inch and a half overlapping. Bring it down, hold it tight with the other finger, overlapping, and we're just going to bring it together. Grab my chenille wire, make it into a V. There you go. And this is my smooth end. This is the center of my little pipe cleaner. And this is the back. We're going to give it 2 tight twists. It is good to go, a perfect little bow. By the time I'm done making the bows, this one over here, look at this. Look at this, he thinks it's funny. Do you want to play with the bows? All right. As soon as I get this guy off, and I feel so bad because look, he thinks he's having fun. I'm so sorry, little one. But yeah, you gotta go, honey. All right, that was so hard to do because he's so dang sweet. I got my wreath form. I got all my sweet little bows, and there's a little bit more on the sides here. Everything didn't fit in here. Now it's time to put our little bows onto our wreath form. If you don't have enough, I have done these wreaths where I had basically 3 of these rolls, fill in 4 of these, and I'll insert that video in the description box, and it works so well. But this time we have plenty of ribbon, plenty of our bows, so we're going to do 6 and 6 and fill this up really nicely, and it's going to look like a green Christmas wreath. For this wreath, I'm going to be using row 2 and 3, row 2 right here, and I just like to zigzag them because of the way they fit. And I'll just go 2, 3, 2, 3, and then it'll start filling in nicely, and they'll start grouping nicely. Just keep on going. And here is only one section, just one little section. Look how full and fluffy it is. And then in the back, that's why I keep them at 4 inches, because they're enough to make the little bows and to put them around, because otherwise what are you gonna do? So I just kind of bend them in half in the back, just in half, and then fold them back. So just like it is, fold it in half, and then back. And that way it's nice and clean. And if you're going to sell this, it's not going to scratch your customers or your friends or whoever you're making this for. You know, doors or walls or wherever they're going to put this. I'm all done, and look how clean that is. Nice and clean, nothing sticking out, nothing scratching. This is beautiful and full. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to take the rest of my pretty bows and start filling in the rest of my sections. All right, now we're ready to decorate. I'm going to show you a few options you have. Now the first one is these little bells that I found at the Dollar Tree. You can definitely just put these 2 right here. Look at that. Hide that greenery underneath. Just tie it in, and that's it. Super easy, super clean. You got green, gold, and red, and then green and red, and it's going to be beautiful. Option 2, Dollar Tree has beautiful picks you can use. These have more of a maroon shade, and you can definitely either put them this way or put them on top and tie them into place. And then if you want, if you get enough of these, you can definitely just go around and just attach these. Another option is grabbing some of these Dollar Tree ornaments and just with some floral wire, attaching them throughout the wreath. Just going in and out all throughout. And here is the option I'm going with. I'm grabbing these branches, and they have red berries with some white kind of snow frosted going on. And I'm going to be putting them on top, but I'm going to work kind of upside down just because I find it easier to work. And first I'm going to see if any of my branches going a certain way. For example, I feel like this one is going this way, so I'm going to put it on one side of my wreath. This one I kind of feel like it is going the other way, so I'm going to put it here. All right, I overlap them right here, bend them until they're overlapping. You don't want too much space, maybe 3 inches here. And then grab some floral wire. This is just to bring it together. This is not what we're going to attach it with to the wreath. The way I'm going to attach is I'm going to go in between, right here, in between my branch, going in, going down, right here, between another one, giving it a few twists, and then this part is going to get attached to the wreath form. Same thing here, come through the branches. And now I'm going to attach. Don't pull too hard, and I'm going to attach right here at the intersection where you see that bar going up and down. And then from both sides of it, so you have a nice lock right there. And then same thing on the other side. Now that that's attached, this middle part is going to get attached with our bow. Now let's make our bow. Let's measure the tail we want, and I want a fairly long tail. And I'm just making a simple bow with really long tails. And the way I bring these together so they're nice and clean is we're going to fold it in, and then both sides we're going to fold back in half and back in half. That way it makes for a very beautiful and clean bow. A little wire here, just give it a twist. Now I'm going to go around this bar right here, and this is the way I'm going to attach both florals one more time, and then our bow. After this, make sure you move the bows around to cover things up that you want covered. I'm trying to keep this wreath very natural, so I'm grabbing more berries. Now, you can definitely sneak some berries from here because there's plenty that are kind of in the back. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut off a little section and put it right in the middle of the bow. You don't need much of it. And we're just going to hot glue it straight to the bow right there. As I was done with the wreath, I just felt like it needed more loops. So I'm grabbing the same ribbon, approximating the loops, and I'm just going to add them in. I'm overlapping about 1.5 inches. I'm going to fold in, fold out, grab a piece of floral wire. There you go. Make sure the wire's in the middle. So just, that's what I do to check. There you go. Twist, twist. And then I'm kind of going to sneak it in behind our branch right here. And then I'm going to add more berries.